Okay, we're rolling. Hi, I'm here with Nissan
Nissan.
and
Nitsan.
Okay, sounds very close together. Let's see here. Let me get a better. Okay, why don't you guys move this way? This is better. Anyway, in Jerusalem, Israel, the center of town, and in a little local park. And there's a demonstration going on, but it's much more than that. It's not only in Jerusalem, but all over the country. And they're going to tell you a little bit of what it's all about.
Sure. We're demonstrating about the high prices of the rent and of the housing in Israel. Became too high for the middle range of society to buy houses, and even for students to rent. And that's what it's all about. It's a free market in Israel. It's a total free market, and it's not working well because the prices got too high, and a lot of numbers from the population can't buy a house or even rent with the normal rent price.
And what is it that how do you want to present this to the politicians, or what is your purpose? How do you expect to fix it?
Well, we want the government to be more active about what's happening. They need to build more houses. They need to keep in touch on the prices to hold the market. If the free market in Israel is not working well, then the government has to be a part of it. They have to control it. They have to build more. They have to make sure that people don't buy an apartment and don't use it. Just save it for another time or for higher prices when people don't have an apartment. So they have to make sure that everybody got a place to be, and that's what we are doing now.
Okay. And tell me, I mean, it seems like is this a generation gap, or is this involve older people, younger people? I mean, because what I see here is mostly middle-aged, early 20s, late 20s, that type of thing. So who are you trying to target?
Basically what happened is that one student decided to build a tent in the middle of Tel Aviv, calling all of the other students to come and be with her, all the young people in Israel. Of course, we're here because it's easier for us to be here. We're young, we don't have families yet, and it bothers us now because we almost can't rent an apartment. In Israel, it's something like 60% of our salary goes for the rent. And on the other hand, it bothers us because we're part of this country and we care about everybody. It's not only about the young people in Israel, it's not about the problem of the students. There's a problem that there's no regulation of the government, and that's the reason that the high price of the apartments from the beginning. You can buy them as a young couple, you can live there as an older couple, and that's the reason for the high rent. So we're here. You basically can see mostly young people because it started from the young people, from the generation of the students. But basically, what we're planning for is to get a solution for all the sides of the society.
Okay, and what are the politicians? I mean, are they listening to you, or what's going on?
I think that this kind of revolution, we could call it already, did some amazing things. For the first time in many years, many people got out for the street, and there's no other reason for the politicians to actually start and listen. Actually, we had today our Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, got out in actually very unique proposition. Something that we actually, I think, haven't even planned on having that early. I have to say, we're not happy yet. We still have to check it. We're not sure we got a solution yet, but we feel like somebody is starting to listen to us, which is the beginning.
So housing is the main issue here.
Basically, it's related to everything. It's related to how high is the expenses every month, from bread to water bills to electricity bills to everything. It's very expensive to live in Israel, and basically it happens because of policy of non-regulating of all those companies, of all the people who give us the producers, of all the producers. No one regulates them, and they can put high marks, and basically you almost can't live here today.
So there's no such thing as rent control.
No such thing as rent control at all. This is one of the propositions we asked for the government to accept.
Okay. Were you in the military?
Yes.
And as an American, the military people in America, when the soldiers get out, they're giving free education, a lot of free things, salaries and all this stuff. What do the military people here get?
In Israel, you get one-time budget, approximately for the warriors. It's about 30,000 shekel, which is about
is that a year?
8,000. No, it's a total.
Total.
But you have to understand that in Israel, everybody does the army, so you can't really give everybody everything, because it's an obligation that we all have.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a film student.
You're a film student, and you?
A law student.
A law student.
Yeah.
So, as a law student, when you get out of law school, what are your chances of being able to afford a place?
Basically, almost none.
None because of the high
to buy
prices.
a place, definitely not. After Israel, you have to study law for 3.5 years. Most of the students can't work in the meantime, which is very hard. Basically, the student who can actually study and have good grades and keep on studying, the students, their parents are capable of helping them. To rent an apartment here in Jerusalem is very expensive. I study here in Jerusalem, in the city. And I have to work next year. I'm going to work in 2 different jobs in order to pay my rent. And still I'm going to have to ask my parents to help me.
Okay. All right. Anything else that if you could say anything to our fellow Jews in the States, especially in New York, what would you say to them?
I would say, even though we have problems in Israel, we really like our country, and our economy is quite strong. That's the reason that we can ask and try to obligate the government to help us and to fix the problems here.
But isn't the government saying that there is no money?
No, they don't say it.
They don't say that?
No.
So...
Until now, they just use the money differently, or said that what we're asking is wrong for economy. But now they started to come forward.
Okay.
And we're calling to the Jews in the States to come to Israel as well.
And what would you like to say?
Well, I have to agree. The best thing about Israel is exactly what you can see here. Yes, it's hard and we have problems. What we do is because we love this country. We're fighting for our house now because we want to stay here. We have to stay here, and we ask you all to come here and be with us.
And I also heard that there's a lot of professional people, filmmakers, lawyers, doctors, all kinds of people in every professional field. They leave the country because there's much more opportunity, financial opportunity elsewhere.
Yeah, basically, it's easier to get to a greater position outside, which is awful as far as I'm concerned. Our first goal is to the Israeli people that already live here, to stay here, to keep on developing the economy, the film industry, everything, to stay here and do that. Yeah, I can definitely say it would be much easier for me to do my PhD, I don't know, in Boston or wherever, and I'll get to a greater point, I guess, in my life. But my love to this country wins everything, and I'll definitely stay here, and it's worth it, for sure.
And I want to say that even though talented people can success outside, for sure, still in days when the world economy has a lot of problems, here in Israel we get a certain kind of stability. The numbers of non-working people in Israel are less than 6% this time. So basically, even though not everyone gets the job of his dreams, still there is a job in Israel, and we are working hard to make it even better.
Okay, תודה רבה, בהצלחה. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
תודה רבה.